Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Jumanji, The Next Level. Y'all, we got another huge poster. Jumanji, The Next Level tonight came with a tiny poster and this monster. So anyway, Jumanji, The Next Level takes place after the events of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Our friends have all split up after high school to go on their own life paths. When returning home, something draws them all back into the forsaken game of Jumanji. But this time, they bring along a couple of unexpected guests. So Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle was funner than expected. It was a perfectly alright time, a fun little movie. Wasn't great or anything, but it was what it was. It was what it set out to be. But it made a lot of money. So here we are with the sequel. And we're adding a little bit of stale flavoring in here with the older characters of Danny DeVito and Donald Glover. But do these veterans spice things up or drag them down? I mean, I guess it's on par. But I guess that also means it was worse because it just feels so much of the same. Let's go ahead and kick things off with our positives. Well, I have to say that Danny DeVito was wonderful in this movie. He definitely was so funny when we actually spent time with him as an actor, not just his character, him as an actor. He really got some touching moments in the film, as well as some great crotchety, old fun stuff to do as well. I also really enjoy Donald Glover. I always enjoy his wonderfully calming presence on screen. But what I actually really loved was Kevin Hart as Donald Glover. That was the impersonation that stole the show this time around. I thought it was so good, especially when you had it up against whatever The Rock was doing, which we'll talk about in the negatives. But Kevin Hart killed it. I thought his impersonation was really funny, and it just worked. The movie is also really fast-paced. It moves along at a nice click. We're going from level to level, just like we did in the other film. And of course, there are some fun laughs to be had throughout. I'm at least glad we changed up the levels, we changed up the different tasks that we had to do, the settings, and they were fun. In particular, I thought this bridge scene with the mandrills was a blast, and maybe the funnest action set piece that this film had. Introducing new lore, that was kind of fun, and the humor, it ranged, but there's a ton. I mean, this is just layered in jokes. So every now and then, at least, no matter what your humor level and humor taste is, something's bound to grab you. I also give kudos to our actors because they do have to change through characters throughout the film. And, good job in doing that, even though it works to varying levels. Again, Kevin Hart was my favorite. I thought he did the best job. Followed by Awkwafina and Jack Black, who was the highlight for me personally from the first film. He's also pretty great here too. The visual effects are also really strong. The animals look great. The action is shot pretty well. It's bright, it's vibrant, it's fun enough. But it just kind of lost a lot of the magic this time around for me. So let's go ahead and talk about those negatives. Well, as I just said, it felt like almost an identical movie. Whether or not we were doing different levels, the film feels like a virtual copy and paste, just with a new end point, though the journey to get there, the mission itself, all feels the same. And then when it comes to our acting cast, I do not know what the heck Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was doing, but his Danny DeVito accent was terrible. The Rock in this movie, I really thought was bad. This is one of his worst performances to me. Every now and then a laugh would come out, but no. No more accents for you, Dwayne, because this was terrible. Karen Gillan has her moments in this film, and obviously she's great with the action stuff, but she was definitely like channeling Nebula to me. She had her Nebula voice on, and it actually was quite distracting. And the rest of the actors, are just kind of there. Nick Jonas looks pretty, as you'd hope. Doesn't add all that much with his acting ability here. And then the script, the plot itself is very, very convoluted. Starting off outside of the world of Jumanji, what gets us back into the video game? It's pretty cringe to me. It was really a shoehorned way just to get us a sequel, and it didn't work for me. Then we get into the game. There is this like sub romance plot that did not work for me. The Danny DeVito and Donald Glover characters, their relationship was probably the strongest relationship. But then again, there's like a reveal that you know instantly as soon as we meet these characters where that's headed. And then this film, particularly, has an opportunity to really say something about overcoming, insurmountable obstacles as yourself, as someone who reflects you, or when you're imperfect. And they just are like, nope. We're not gonna do that. You got to be somebody different to overcome challenges. And I was actually pretty disappointed that they went that route. We also have fun callbacks to the Welcome to the Jungle film, and then we have a lot of like, okay, we didn't need to see this exact thing again. We're supposedly in a different part of the game. And I have to say, a lot of the old man humor in here, the like forgetting, the talking slow, all of that. Oh my gosh, it got a little bit grating. It's funny in spurts, it's funny in moments, but it just starts to get exhausting by the end of this movie. And unfortunately, I think a lot of the comedy here starts to get exhausting before we finally switch it up and start trying something else. Overall, Jumanji The Next Level, I mean, I guess it's fine. It's just there for me. I chuckled here, getting bored over there, I smiled over here, checking my watch over there, and that's kind of just the pace the movie trotted along at. So if you liked the first movie and want to see basically a revamp on that film, I think you're going to love Jumanji The Next Level and should probably give it a full price ticket. However, if you're hoping for these characters to evolve or this story to evolve or to get something different and a fresh take, I don't know that Jumanji The Next Level is going to quite do it for you, and I would give this a rental. So that is my review of Jumanji The Next Level. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Jumanji The Next Level? And what did you think of Welcome to the Jungle? And what are your thoughts on the original 90s Jumanji with Robin Williams? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!